It is the Riot After Hours. This is the part of the show where we get to talk about what we want to talk about instead of all that crap we just churn through day in and day out. We literally are wrapping up our interview with Maylene, and Dallas goes, "Oh, I should have told you how this whole tour we're doing nothing but going to hoarders' houses and buying stuff." He says
and
the most amazing thing in the world
stop there.
as he's standing up. I'm like, no. We got to sit back down. All right, so lay it out for me. You guys are doing what on tour?
Well, I got every Saturday and Sunday morning, at least in the South and out west.
Sunday.
Yeah, that is the flea market swap meet
Day.
Day, the people's market, if you will. And they all just come out of the woodwork, and so when you have like a 12-hour drive or something, you'll look for any reason to stop.
Well, yeah,
and it just kind of started. I would wake up, and then if Chad was driving, we'd just be like, "Hey, let's pull this van over."
Let's just see what they have here. Let's just take a look.
You see that big pile of garbage we just drove by with someone standing in front of it? Let's go sort through that.
What do you guys got in there?
Yeah, it's
What you guys selling?
But for me, I don't do it as much, and I wake up like in Roswell, New Mexico. We could go see some crazy alien off the road thing. Instead, we're in some guy's yard digging through his trash.
His collectibles.
Yeah,
he's collectibles.
Just tons of horses, and I'm like, what? I mean, like, what are we here for? Let's go do something entertaining. But to them, they love it.
I mean, if you want to talk about aliens, that guy was not born in America.
He is not a citizen per se. So, all right, so you're in Roswell, New Mexico. What'd you guys buy in Roswell?
He got a little miniature sled with a cracked seat.
I live in Florida, so sledding and different types of sleds are not, and I don't know what they look like. And this one had a little steering wheel and a brake.
But it's cracked. Are you
I mean, it was $5.
Are you gonna fix it?
All right.
And then
if I use it,
If you,
it's an impulse buy.
well, then what else are you gonna do with it if you're not gonna use it? Are you just gonna? Is it hanging up in your tour van?
Yes,
In our trailer.
In our
Yeah.
trailer.
We bump our heads on that stuff every night. Yeah, he has tons of bike.
You got to learn, man. You got to learn how to dodge them.
Now, are we like if we fast forward a year, are we gonna have to have an intervention or anything?
Yes.
Is the collectible
Maybe for
Absolutely.
Chad.
Well, all right, Chad. Like they keep pointing at you. Like what's some of the stuff that you've bought?
I got some. This guy had a ton of bike parts.
Okay.
And I like build bikes and stuff when I'm at home. So
Okay.
I
Like,
dug.
you're
I
talking
dug
about not motorcycle, but like
bicycles.
ching,
bicycles.
ching, ching,
Okay.
bicycles.
So this, I was looking, at the hoarder's house. He had this like pickup truck bed full of bikes, and there was like one cool frame at the bottom, but I had to dig through like probably like 45 frames to get to this one like cool. Like, it was like a weird French frame from the 70s. So
Did you wear gloves or
I just
like what
Just
if
went
you
dove in.
you need a tetanus shot when you're done?
I was gonna say,
mean-
dude, you get a little cut, and the next thing you know, Brad's in the back, and he's
Cut
turned.
your arm off.
Turned. Chad's just like, man, he got scratched on the bike.
I think our drummer got an old what was it? An old like 8-ball. He was digging through like a rusty Folgers
Pool
coffee
ball.
can.
It was a pool ball.
gosh.
Pool ball, yeah.
Yeah, it was it was an 8-ball though.
Yeah.
He said, I don't know. He said it was made out of some material they don't make them. I
It
don't know.
was like porcelain or
Yeah.
something weird.
Oh, you
that
find
they-
out it's like ivory.
Yeah.
It took 3 dead elephants to
Elephants
make this ball, and I have it.
Honestly, it's just fun to put ourselves in real weird like situations and
Yeah.
I mean, there's 8 of us in a
Observe.
van.
Just
So
observe.
when some weird old man at the previous flea market goes, "Hey, I got a bunch of bike parts on my property,"
Come on out.
why not?
we were just like, "What's the?" I mean, this 60-year-old man has got to have an ace up his sleeve to try to take on 8 dudes. You know?
Right,
So-
sure. I'm not gonna lie to you. The image that I have, and I'm just telling the truth here, is like I'm seeing you guys out in front of the house in Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah, he had dead animals
Digging,
all over
yeah.
his fence. He actually did. Like tied to his fence, their skulls. Not just their skulls, their bones, everything tied to the fence.
You think
He's
that's
got
just
the
to keep
whole
people
body on
away,
there.
probably to keep
That's-
them scared?
That's what I woke up to, and it was a dirt road.
Oh gosh! All right, now here's this. So Maylene's taking, you take pictures of your venues and stuff and you post it on Facebook. Should you be taking pictures of these places when you go so that we know where to find you if anything ever happens?
Video.
You should.
Yeah, video.
So you should have, this could be a whole blog. This could be this whole thing.
I'll tell you what it's going to be is
Maylene Pickers.
It's going to be a found footage movie where we're trying to piece together what happened to Maylene. All of a sudden, you know how they find the footage? Somebody's digging through bones in an old freezer. I wonder whose bones these were. I don't know, but here's an iPhone.
And here's a bike part.
This hand is clutching this bike part.
That would be Chad.
So, Chad, you found other stuff, though. You said you found a bunch of clothes.
That was at a.
Oh no, that was at this thrift store. I got these
okay.
weird MC Hammer pants and this neon zip up jacket.
Yeah.
But then I got home and I smelled them and they had this horrid smell. So I bought this Febreze laundry odor eliminator. Did 2 washes with it and they still stink. So
wait.
I got to get rid of them. Can't wear them.
Okay,
Dude,
so you haven't gotten
be
rid of them
trading
yet.
those.
I should.
You should take those to
Take
the
them
bike
back.
guy and trade them. Look, see these pants? MC Hammer vintage. I'll take that handlebar for these pants.
I would do that.
You're going to need a whole nother trailer for your trailer if it keeps going for all the stuff you have to trade.
Yeah.
I love where this is headed. So anything else? Any other good finds while you guys have been out?
There was. It was funny. We did a show in Kentucky. This is a couple months.
That sounds
ago.
like a good state for this.
It really is, and it was actually. You know how you can rent out a little booth in a flea market and have your
You sell the stuff?
chamois
Yeah, sure.
and things of that nature. Well, someone had did that with a venue. I need a place to put a show. Let's throw it in slot FB. I'll put a stage up and we can have a show.
Shut up.
Yeah, I mean it's nicer than it sounds.
Right.
But
still.
they had a stage and whatever. But our dressing room was just a different part of the flea market where people actually had their set up stores. And what was weird about it was the whole place smelled
Like a million cats.
a million cats had peed everywhere. But there
You're
was
right, it's
not
way nicer than it sounds.
not one cat to be found anywhere on the premises. Yeah.
It's not a bad smell, man.
That's because you don't know
There's
what
nothing
goes-
wrong with that
You
smell.
don't know what goes on at night.
And
all the
outside
time.
smelled like they've been throwing burger grease out there for.
No, wait
It kind of had a
minute.
fermented yeast smell, didn't
Yeah.
it? Is that that flea market venue?
Yes.
Yeah, the only
No, wait,
one.
Yeah, I remember. No, there's been a couple, man. We played at your uncle's flea market. Uncle Rudy. I'm just joking.
I feel like this goes so deep.
I
This
know,
goes so
we're
deep.
this is like a hoarder's pile. We're still picking at the outside. We got to go in there. It's storage wars. Start pulling the stuff out.
I'm too afraid.
Oh, wait, now, Chad, are you telling me that you honestly do not find the urine-y smell of a cat-infested place? You're cool with that?
I don't mind it.
So, dude, then
I would love to roll in it.
What did these clothes smell like from
when you're in
that
a
you
thrift-
couldn't get rid of?
Well, no, when you're in a thrift store, you can't tell that things stink because
They kinda
everything
all
stinks.
smell.
It
Yeah.
smells like sadness in there.
But it just smells like
Broken dreams.
smells like a elderly man's attic that has a roof leak. So mildew got into the attic.
No, I like that it smells like sadness. I think that wins.
I'm clipping that for a Riot thing. It's the Riot. It smells like sadness and broken dreams.
Yes.
Oh, well, that was good.
Chad, you were so quiet on air, but I want you to know, you have turned into an incredibly interesting person.
Thank you.
You could have your own show.
With you?
No. I mean, an entire crew of people following you on these journeys
Filming
because
you.
you're not you seem pretty impervious to what you're encountering while you're out there.
It's fun, man.
Yeah.
The other day in
adventure.
Colorado, we had to make
Adventure.
3 stops for him. No, he went up with the hoarder. Then we had to make 1 stop for him to meet a Craigslist person to buy some parts off the interstate.
I'm so worried for you guys.
We were driving
Denver
to
has the best bike stuff. You can't find stuff like that anywhere else.
Okay, so all right, so you're headed into it you have a show, you guys are playing Buffalo, New York. Do you get on Craigslist Buffalo and you just put in bike parts or?
Well, yeah, I
or you
look
put in
like a couple
Hoarder?
cities like in advance.
Ahead.
Okay.
But you got your little delicatessen sandwich,
Yeah, that wasn't bad.
a little bag of Tom's salt and vinegars. You were all right.
It wasn't bad.
We met her at a deli.
Okay, that's not bad.
We didn't know the deli was there though until we got.
But that was a nice
It was
surprise. wasn't
funny.
a good
We'll be
surprise.
driving to the venue and he'll just be like, let me drive, and then it is like, oh, looks like we need to get gas. And we'll pull over and it'll come with a bag of bike parts. He's like, oh, I know a guy.
We met online. It's cool. It's cool. I'll have to say, I'm impressed. Like, you guys have added a whole extra layer to
this.
the Maylene mystique. Like, you're out there. Have you at any point in this journey feared for your safety or your life?
Nah.
No? Because you guys are armed, so it's cool.
I mean,
armed
with
with
our arms, with our body.
It's fine. Don't
Yeah.
worry about it.
Drum. We always put the drum hardware in the back just in case.
Good.
good call.
Okay, you can
All
have
right.
something to beat them with.
Then last question about this is when you're out there and, you're doing whatever, have you ever confronted somebody and just been like, look, you're a hoarder and you need help?
Man, it's only happened twice, so we've never.
Never.
That'd be kind of mean. I couldn't say that, could you?
We're not social workers. We're not equipped. I don't know. The Southern Rock Band title does not make it okay to give people
Dude,
advice.
they totally 5 years later, like, Maylene came in and they really changed my life.
This band
Changed
came
me.
through. And
Intervention.
they changed our life. And now I'm a big fan. And but
That might work.
I was able to give all of this up.
It's totally a show. Like, you guys could totally do a whole show on this.
Man, seriously, a combination between intervention, hoarders, storage wars, and every show
Playing the
ends with a
shows.
live performance.
It'd be awesome.
Get the
And
contracts out.
They
Let's
come
do this.
to your live performance and they're in the back crying. Thank you. That's how you end every episode.
Yeah, well, they episode ends with them thanking you guys.
I did say that too. They also, the bikes they do buy, they sell later in cities. So they sold off Craigslist in San Francisco. They rode them for a few weeks, sold them, bought a new one.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Like, that's amazing. Flip this bike. There's another
Layer to
there's a
this.
whole other layer to it.
I'm working this.
I'm
to
not
some
selling my
network.
sled.
Gotta make them monies, man.
Dude, Chad, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm impressed. Like, I think it's amazing, like, that you're out there making and selling bikes while you're on tour. That's incredible. Next show, what you need to do is, like, during the show, like, have you ever seen bands where they have an artist that paints a picture and then they sell the picture at
Oh,
the
he
end?
sold a bike at this show. It had a concrete tire. It had a wheelbarrow.
A wheelbarrow tire on the
He
Yeah.
sold it for $20.
I mean, that's a good deal, you know?
He told our merch guy he wasn't a good merch guy if he couldn't sell it in the night. We signed it. A signed bicycle, an old mongoose.
Yeah, I bought
With a
that. I
wheelbarrow
bought that
tire.
at the flea market in New Mexico. Rode it a couple times. Didn't really like it, you know.
Yeah, sure.
Because it had a concrete tire.
It wouldn't go flat. You could run over anything with it.
It's a good call. That's a selling point.
He's
That's an
making
extra.
money. He's making money.
Wow. All right. Well, you know what? I'm really glad we did this. Maylene, they're on tour. Remember, you can find out more at RadioU.com.
And a show coming soon.
Yeah, it's the Riot.